Hi, I'm Paulette Lambert. I'm in the Wellness Kitchen at the California Health and Longevity Institute. Today we're going to be making angel hair pomodoro, one of my favorite pastas. So quick, so easy. We're going to saute our fresh tomatoes with a little garlic and olive oil, toss it with our whole wheat pasta, and add a little Parmesan cheese. So quick, so easy, so delicious. This is one of my favorite recipes because you can do it so quickly. I'm going to add a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of chopped garlic, and just saute that for a minute. And about a half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes to give it a little kick, a little flavor there. Heating the garlic in a little bit of olive oil releases a lot of the flavor. And then we're going to take our tomatoes that we cut in half and just pop them right in here. And we're going to turn up the heat. We're just going to stir fry this for a minute until they just start to pop open. Now, when you use fresh tomato products, when you cook them, they're very sweet, but sometimes the heat process brings out a little bit of the bitterness. So it's really important just to put a pinch of sugar in any of your fresh tomato products. We're making tomato sauce, pomodoro, tomato soup, just a little pinch, not too much. We don't want it sweet. I'm going to add a little bit more pepper and just a tiny little bit of fresh sea salt. What's nice about pomodoro, it doesn't have to taste low sodium, but you don't nearly get the sodium you do in a canned tomato product or a processed tomato product. So this is a great way to have a pasta tomato sauce that is not high in sodium. You really want your heat up there to really get those going. Now we're going to be using a dry pasta. This is 100% whole wheat capellini, which is like an angel hair pasta. The benefit of this pasta is that it does have more fiber. You know, we have a lot of white pasta on the market, and that's a refined carbohydrate. Not so good for us. The more fiber, the better. And this is a delicious tasting one. Many of the newer ones that we're getting in now are not quite as heavy tasting in wheat as they were a few years ago. So this is the angel hair, very light, very tasty with these fresh tomatoes. 6 grams of fiber per cup, which is equivalent to 2 pieces of whole grain bread. So this is really a healthy carb. And I'm just going to add my pasta. Let's just toss our pasta with all these wonderful fresh tomatoes and that garlic and a drop of olive oil. Now, if your pasta looks a little dry, the pasta absorbed all the moisture from the tomatoes. Instead of adding more olive oil, which would add a lot more calories to this dish, I'm just going to add about a half a cup of fat-free reduced sodium chicken broth. That'll keep the moisture in my pasta and not make it so dry without adding calories. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. And then I'm going to chop some fresh basil leaves. When tomatoes are at their best in summer months, basil's also in season, so definitely use fresh basil in the summer. It smells so good. And we're going to just line up our leaves, just kind of stack them on top of each other. Doesn't have to be perfectly stacked, but close. And then just roll it up tightly. And then we're just going to chiffonade this. In other words, slice through these layers. We're going to get nice, thin, fine basil leaves. Oh, boy, you can just smell the basil when you slice it like this. Oh, it's beautiful. Kind of separate it, kind of fluff it up and separate it, and then add your fresh basil to this dish. So we've got the garlic, we've got the sweet tomatoes, olive oil, our angel hair pasta. Oh, it looks so summer. This is such a beautiful summer dish. Let's do it this way. There we go. Now this pasta has a lot of protein as well. It has grain protein, so I'm going to complement that a little bit by just adding a little bit of feta cheese on top of here. Oh, beautiful. There we go. And then we can just sprinkle feta cheese, which is low-fat cheese, across the top of this. A little more fresh basil. And that is our beautiful summertime pasta. It's pasta pomodoro with whole wheat spaghetti, or angel hair, with fresh tomatoes, basil, and feta cheese. Isn't that gorgeous? So hopefully you enjoyed today in terms of tomatoes. Definitely look in your farmers markets, maybe garden and grow some of your own and enjoy. This is Paulette Lambert from the Wellness Kitchen, where everything's nutritious and it's always delicious.